Let's be very clear about what this moment is all about. You didn't just happen to find this video or these words. There are no accidents in the quantum universe. There are only places where energy comes together. Your deepest, most knowing part of your mind has already started to vibrate at a frequency that matches the truth in this message. That's why you're here. Your antsy feeling has been going on for weeks or even months. It's not anxiety or confusion. It's what happens when a new energetic signature tries to erase an old program. You really do feel like you're standing on the edge of something big, because you are. That feeling of anticipation, that low hum in your chest that tells you something is about to change, isn't just your mind making up a story. A new timeline is starting to register in your nervous system. Stop right now. We need to recognize that hum if you can feel it and your body is vibrating with a sense of it that goes beyond your mind. Just 3 words. I hear the signal. Please type in the comment section below. When you do this, you stop the automatic program of doubt. Your reticular activating system is being told that this feeling is important. This very moment is being marked as the start of your awareness. You can type, I hear the signal, to let the universe know you're alive and aware. It is clear that it is the frequency of a quantum leap. The vast majority of people never reach this particular point in their lives. They live in the safe, predictable middle ground, where their internal broadcast stays on repeat, playing the same loops from yesterday and making tomorrow look exactly the same. People talk about change, make vision boards, and hope for a breakthrough. But they never do the physical and mental work that is needed to hold on to a new idea. They want a new life, but they are scared when their old one starts to fall apart to make room for it. You're not most people, though. You're here because you've been getting your ship ready for a huge upgrade without realizing it. Your voltage went up every time you wanted to quit, but chose to stay strong through the pain. Every time you felt a reactive emotion without giving into it. And every time you felt a pull toward a version of yourself you haven't met yet. You were getting your body ready to carry more weight. It works like this: a comeback. There is no straight path to success where you slowly climb a ladder. It's a change in vibration. It doesn't come with a marching band or a clear plan for how to get there. It comes in the form of a disruption. It's there when you're not sure who you used to be or who you are becoming. That awkward in-between space where old neural pathways are being cut down and new ones haven't fully formed yet is where it comes out. Right now, you are in that place. The void is where you are. The ego sees the void as empty, like a loss, or like confusion. The void, however, is the plenum in quantum mechanics. It is the field of infinite possibility from which all material reality originates. You are in the 0 point, which is the most powerful place for a person to be. Your old self, the you that was made to survive, please others, and stay safe, is beginning to lose its coherence because you are going through a transition. Think about what you've done in the last few months. Have you noticed that you don't like the old way of life as much as you used to? Things that used to just drain you now make you physically sick. You feel empty and out of place in conversations that used to feel normal. Your ego used to be driven by goals that now make your soul feel empty. You might feel like people you've known for years are speaking a language you don't understand all of a sudden. This is not a crisis in your life. It's just time to clear your field. Your new signal is being picked up by the universe, so it is not punishing you. Your reality is like a mirror. It shows your whole electromagnetic signature. You may have sent out a signal of survival, not enough, or I have to work hard to deserve for years. Since the quantum field is a perfect and unbiased mirror, it showed you that as events that made the struggle worse. Now, though, the signal is different. You are starting to send out a frequency of being real, worthy, and ready. Your old reality is starting to fall apart to match your new vibration, because according to physics, two different frequencies cannot coexist in the same space without producing interference. Right here, this is what a comeback looks like in real life. It's not like a movie scene where the music builds up and everything is solved right away. It's like rearranging your cells and the outside world in slow motion. It increases your ability, not just to do more, but also to be more. Holding on to the frequency of truth without wavering, even if the rest of the world hasn't caught up yet. And this growth often feels like it's breaking through before it does. You are no longer hooked on your old self. The chemical bonds that held you to a past that doesn't exist anymore are being broken. You are reacting to life in a new way, and lately you may have surprised yourself. It's possible that you set a limit with a calmness that surprised you. Maybe you walked away from a fight that would have made you feel guilty for a long time. Maybe you just said no without feeling like you had to say too much. These aren't just changes in behavior. They show that the brain has been rewired. As you grow, you will be able to act from the present moment instead of remembering the past. Because it is biological, this change is very big. The mind you're not aware of is your body. It has learned your old feelings, like anxiety, doubt, and the need to be approved of, and turned them into chemical habits. For years, your body has been in charge, keeping you in a cycle of predictable pain because it thinks that is safe. You are now stopping that program, though there is a new signal coming from you. You may also notice how the people around you are responding as you do this. They'll notice a change in your energy before they notice a change in your situation. With your growing coherence, some people will be drawn to this new light and find comfort in it. But some people, usually those who are most attached to your old identity, will fight it. They might say that you've changed, or they might try to make you react in old ways to get you back to a base frequency. Look at this through the lens of energy. Their stagnation is forced to face by your evolution. Your rising vibration shows them what they can't do. When you stop playing the part they gave you in their reality show, it makes them feel less stable. But here's the important change. How they react is no longer your responsibility. You no longer have to manage the emotional climate of the room at the cost of your own alignment. You have reached a point where your main commitment is to the growth of your soul, not to keeping the comfort of those who benefit from you staying small. When it comes to loyalty, this change from external validation to internal coherence might seem strange at first. This might have seemed selfish to your old self, who was taught to be a good person who never let anyone down. But let's look at how this works in terms of energy. You are learning to love from a place of being whole, not a place of not having enough when you help others because you need help or feel like you have to. You send a message of anger or martyrdom. That signal creates a world where things are connected. But when you believe in your own strength and fill your own cup to the brim, you can give from a place of plenty. You don't have to lose your center to help other people. It's possible to care deeply about someone without taking on their problems as your own. Don't set yourself on fire to keep other people warm. Instead, be a shining example. It was impossible for you to see these differences before because you were stuck in a survival program. You didn't have the right brain wiring to keep these boundaries without giving in to guilt. You do now, though. You are now reclaiming the energy you used to lose by worrying about what other people thought or by going over old conversations over and over again. You can start making things with it now. It is being channeled into your vision, your healing, and the building blocks of your new life. This is when the speeding up starts. The quantum field responds right away when you stop sending your electromagnetic energy in 1,000 different directions, like regret for the past, worry for the future, and fear of being judged, and focus it into a coherent beam of presence in the present moment. The universe starts to set up chances, connections, and coincidences that were mathematically impossible when you were in your old state. It's not because you became worthy all of a sudden. You were worthy all along, because the things you've been asking for now match your vibration. The radio in your nervous system is set to the station where those chances are always playing. You don't need to make a fake persona or fake it until you make it for your comeback. It's about how something was found. You need to remember the electromagnetic signature you had before everyone told you what you had to be. You will be back to your pure consciousness, the way you were before you learned to dim your light, to fit into spaces that were too small for your soul. What's next will test every bit of your spiritual strength that you've been building up. This is not an easy process. It's a direct interaction with the quantum field. You are changing the way you see and interact with reality. You will start to see patterns as you get used to this new frequency. It's not paranoia or overanalysis. It's non-local correlations. You will see the synchronicities that Carl Jung and quantum physicists talk about. These are meaningful coincidences that don't make sense based on statistics. When you think of a subject, a book will come out on it. You'll need an answer, and someone you don't know will say these exact words. If you go left instead of right, you'll feel pushed, and you'll avoid a delay or meet an important person. It's not magic. This is how a coherent field works. Your awareness is growing to pick up signals that were always there, but were blocked by your reticular activating system because they didn't fit with your old beliefs. In the language of energy, you are getting better and better, and the strangest and most beautiful thing about it is that it feels okay. There's no trance going on around you. You feel more grounded than ever. You are going about your normal day, doing things like washing dishes, driving to work, and paying your bills. But you are doing them with a clarity that cuts through the noise of everyone else's fear when you stop making decisions with your limited analytical mind and start making decisions with your heart's intelligence, which produces an electromagnetic field 60 times stronger than the brain. Decisions that used to be impossible to make become clear. You're now on a different operating system. Things that used to drain your battery now get taken care of in a way that makes it look like it was easy. The problems that used to keep you up at night and make your body release cortisol and adrenaline now show you solutions that were right there in front of you. It's because you are changing the way your nervous system works so that it no longer handles fight or flight situations, but instead handles rest and creation. You used to react with worry, ready for the worst, but now you react with interest. You used to get smaller out of fear, but now you get bigger out of possibility. You no longer try to control every tiny part of your life, which is a trait of the survival self. Instead, you trust the flow of the greater intelligence. This doesn't mean you're no longer afraid. Fear comes from inside us, so it may still happen, but it's not the driver of the car anymore. It's just a passenger. The order has been turned into data. You pay attention to fear when it comes up. I see you, you say. This chemical feeling comes over me, but I'm not the emotion itself. I'm the consciousness that saw it. This makes a space, a quantum pause, where you can decide what to do next. This is mastering yourself, And even though it looks like luck or ease to other people, you know the powerful work that went into making it happen. People will ask what you're up to. They'll want the plan, the diet, and the book. It will be hard for you to explain because a quantum comeback can't be summed up in a list. It's a way of being. You chose love over fear, observation over reaction, and the unknown over the familiar. It's the weight of 1,000 choices that you can't see. Your return makes you a strong force that the old systems of limitation can't handle. The systems of control that depend on your fear are starting to worry about you. When you're codependent, you can hurt the people around you. You are becoming a free person who can't be controlled because you don't need approval from other people to know who you are. This power is quiet. It's not mean, and there's no need to shout. It is the power of someone whose vibration is in line with their truth. When you were younger, you would have felt bad about having this power and been afraid that it would make other people feel small. But the person you are becoming in the future knows that being small doesn't help the world. Your darkness doesn't make other people shine. In fact, your freedom gives everyone else around you permission to be free too. You are becoming an engine. If you change your frequency, it changes the field of everyone you come in contact with. This is what entrainment is all about. A strong, steady beat will make other chaotic beats sync up with it, and the same is true for you. Your steady energy can help organize the chaotic energy of others just by being there. You don't have to preach, just be. Your peace makes it easier for other people to relax and stay alive. They are more likely to take off their masks when you are real. They stop performing because you are willing to be misunderstood. Someone you know is about to make a big step forward, and if you saw their face or heard their name, send them this transmission right away. This is the action of quantum entanglement. Giving them this light doesn't just help a friend. It also opens the field between you two. You are making a resonance that makes both of your energies stronger. Because you are upsetting the balance of your old life, this path can feel lonely. As you vibrate at a higher frequency, you made agreements with other people that you would complain, judge, and be victims together. Now you are breaking those agreements. People who agreed to those deals may not stick with you as much if you break them. It hurts our hearts to do this, but it's necessary for the soul to grow. People who leave you were linked to a dying version of you. Send them off with love. Have faith that new connections that match your new frequency will fill the vacuum they leave. This comeback is happening at just the right time. It's here now because your nervous system is finally strong enough to handle the voltage of your future self. It's hard for your old self to handle the responsibilities, attention, and intensity that come with the life you've been wanting. You had to go through the fire, the failures, and the dark times to build up the spiritual strength you need to handle this new reality. You are taking back the power you gave to events, other people's opinions, and the ghosts of your past. As you take your energy back from these outside sources, you will feel both a surge of energy and periods of being completely worn out. This is a common sign of vibrational shifting that isn't talked about much. Even after a full night's sleep, you may still feel very tired. This is not normal tiredness, it's transformation fatigue. Your body is breaking down old proteins and putting together new cellular structures. It changes how the neural networks in your brain are wired. It gets rid of the emotional chemicals that are stuck in the past by breaking them down. It takes a huge amount of biological energy to do this. Do not judge how tired I am. Do not use caffeine and force to get through it. Respect it. It means that the upgrade is being put in. There is a new kind of energy rising beneath that tiredness. That energy isn't the crazy energy of stress hormones. It's the steady hum of alignment. It is source energy that flows through you without any resistance. It's what someone who has given up fighting their own nature does. There is no end to this energy because it comes from the quantum field itself and doesn't run out. Your return isn't just for you. It goes back generations. It's likely that the patterns of trauma, limitation, and lack that you are breaking down have been passed down through your family for generations. You can send a wave back and forth in time by healing your own nervous system and changing your own electromagnetic signature. You are showing your family that it is possible to change how you live. This is why the resistance has been so strong. You are going against the flow of history. You've already done the hardest part, though. You're awake now. You know what the program is. In other words, if reading these words makes you feel something in your chest, a tightening in your throat, or tears in your eyes, know that this is your confirmation. Here you can hear your future self talking to you through this moment. The feeling that the walls are closing in, being restless, and not being able to sleep are not the end. That's how hard it is in the birth canal. There it is, the comeback in real time. You don't have to wait for the universe to give you permission. You don't have to wait for everything to be perfect outside. The quantum field reacts to who you are, not to what's going on around you. Tomorrow is not out there, where the person you want to be lives the life you dream of in the field of infinite possibilities. They are already there as a frequency that you can tune into. You collapse the timeline the moment you decide to trust what you know inside more than what you see outside. You fill in the blanks. You don't want to wait for the comeback. You're turning into it. We need to learn more about the biology behind this change. Because if you don't know what's going on inside your body, you might think you're breaking down instead of healing. You are not only making a mental choice when you decide to shift your energy and stop being open to old patterns of smallness and struggle. You are also declaring war on the chemicals in your body that are hooked on them. Know this. Your body has been your unconscious mind for years, maybe even decades. It knows the chemistry of your daily emotions, like the rush of adrenaline when you're stressed, the weight of cortisol when you worry, and the sinking feeling in your gut that you're not good enough. People don't just feel these things. Your cells are hooked on these chemical peptides. You've created receptor sites in your cells that are just waiting to take in the drug of your old pain. So when you start to pivot, when you start to picture a different future and feel grateful, joyful, or peaceful before it actually happens, you are cutting off the old chemical drug supply. Because your body loves what it knows. Even if it hurts, it starts to withdraw. No one talks about this part of the comeback. This is why you might feel scared when you wake up in the morning for no reason, or why your mind starts to race with terrible ideas when everything is going well. There's nothing wrong with you. Your body is just having a bad day, sending signals to the brain that say, "I'm not comfortable. Give me my dose of stress. Give me the guilt I'm used to." This is the important part where most people turn around. In their minds, this emotional and physical turmoil means it isn't working or this feels wrong. But in the language of quantum transformation, this turbulence is proof that it works. This is the river of change that Dr. Joe Dispenza talks about. Moving from the old self to the new self is like crossing a river. The current is strongest in the middle. You are getting rid of the past. Just like a body that is getting rid of a drug has shakes and fever, your spirit is getting rid of the heavy, slow-moving frequencies of your past. The chaos you feel is just energy moving around. Being free of emotions that have been stuck in your tissues for years is what it means. When you feel a sudden wave of sadness or anger, Don't try to hide it or accept it as part of who you are. Do not say, "I am sad." Tell me, "I am experiencing a release of sadness." There is a massive quantum difference. One sees the emotion as who you are, while the other sees it as a temporary weather pattern. You can stop recreating the past by taking on the role of observer or witness consciousness. Your body goes back to a state of coherence when you let the energy leave your field. Let's make this release happen right away. Your body might be holding on to these old patterns simply because it hasn't been given permission to let them go. Give it permission to do that. Post this in the comments. I release the old program. Think of that comment as a set of commands that you are typing directly into the operating system on your cell phone. As soon as you hit post, picture the heavy, dense energy of your past leaving your body. I release the old program. Make it real. This is how you liberate yourself from the past. Not by fighting it, but by starving it of your attention and refusing to biochemically reaffirm it. This biological reorganization explains the sheer exhaustion you may be feeling. You are actually changing the structure of cells. Your mitochondria are the energy factories in your cells. They are changing their software so that it can run on a higher frequency of light and information instead of stress hormones, which are a less refined fuel. Starting from survival mode, which wastes energy quickly, you are switching to creation mode, which needs a steady flow. At this point, rest is not a luxury. It's a way to help everyone fit in. You are integrating a new timeline into your biology. Even before the outside world shows you, you are teaching your body what it feels like to be safe, to have plenty, and to be loved. This is a great job. We can now understand this faith that the mystics talked about as neuroplasticity and epigenetics. You are sending new genes messages in new ways, telling your DNA to make new proteins that fit the future you want. When you drive, you are literally rebuilding the car of your life. So be careful with the machine. Give it air, water, and peace. It's doing the hard work of catching up with your soul. If the frequency inside you changes, the outside world has to reorganize itself to match. Most of the time, this looks like loss, but in the quantum model, there is no loss, only realignment. You may have seen relationships end quickly, jobs become impossible to keep, or living situations fall apart. When the ego sees this, it screams, "Everything is going wrong." This makes the quantum observer nod and say, "The vacuum is being created." Natural law says that a vacuum is hated by everything, so as soon as space is made, everything in the universe moves to fill it. You can't add water to a cup that's already full, though. You need to pour it out first. The end of your old life is not a bad thing. It's what you need to happen. You wanted a new reality with plenty of things, deep connections, and a sense of purpose. But you were filling up every part of your energetic field with structures that held you back. The structures that are too small to hold your future are being taken apart by the universe as an answer to your prayer. Though this part is hard for the ego, it is the most powerful for the soul if you are standing in the ruins of what used to be and seeing things fall apart. You need to keep your trust so you don't freak out. Write something brave below, write it down. I trust the space being created. Don't think about what you lost. Think about what you gained. Writing this turns your fear of the empty space into excitement about what will come in its place. I trust the space being created. Imagine that your life is a radio show. You had a show on 101.1 FM for years. It was called Survival and Struggle. You listened to 101.1 FM with all of your friends, at work, and in your free time. They had the same vibrations as you did. You have now finished the job. Your frequency has gone up. It's 109.5 FM, which is the station of sovereignty and creation. All of a sudden, you can't hear your old friend's signals. There is no movement. There is interference. You and I are just no longer on the same wavelength. This is not a moral call. It's a matter of physics. It is constructive interference when waves are in sync and boost each other, and it is destructive interference when they are not in sync and cancel each other out. With your old life, you are going through destructive interference. How come it seems like you don't speak the same language with people you've known for years? There is a new timeline that you are talking about. During this time, you may feel very alone. You go into the void. The old is gone or starting to fade, but the new hasn't really set in yet. This is the master's test. Are you willing to trust the process and stand in the void? Can you keep your frequency high even when everything around you seems empty? A lot of people freak out here. When they see the empty space where a relationship or a paycheck used to be, they quickly fill it with anything, usually something from the past, because it makes them feel safe. Putting their frequency back down is all they need to feel connected, even if the connection is bad for them. Don't do this. This time alone is holy. The universe is watching over your new seed as it grows. You are being shut off from the old world so that you can stabilize your new energy without being affected by it. Now is the time to make your signal stronger. The friends who ran away? You used them to stay steady while you built the foundation of your house. The scaffolding needs to be taken down now that the base is strong. Let them go after thanking them for their part. The job that was over? The chrysalis was it. You're too old for it now. Don't try to get back into a skin that doesn't fit. Be sure of the vacuum. It's not empty. The emptiness is full of potential energy. Galaxies are formed by dark matter. You send a strong message to the quantum field that you are worthy by keeping this space open and refusing to fill it with low-vibration alternatives. For you, this means, I'm ready to wait for what works for me. I'm not willing to work for less. And that signal, that state of untamed expectation, is powerful. The wave function of the miracle falls into your physical world because of this. The new group is coming. Right now, the new chances are gathering around your signal. They got to you through the universe's complicated web of connections between things that are not in the same place at the same time. But they need a place to land. The empty space you're in now is that landing strip. Clear it up. Keep the light on. And now is the time to click the subscribe button to make sure you stay connected to this source of power. It's not about tuning in to a channel. It's about tuning in to your soul. When you subscribe, you choose to lock your dial on the frequency of truth and growth. This way, the world's static won't be able to pull you back to the old signal. Now we'll talk about the observer effect, which is the most powerful quantum tool you have. According to physics, subatomic particles are in a state of infinite possibility until they are seen. This is called a wave function. Observing breaks the wave down into a particle, which is the same thing as a fixed reality. And this means that you are not a passive victim of your life. You make it happen. You wake up every day with a choice. Which timeline will I merge today? When most people wake up, they check their phone right away and think about their problems, their schedule, and their pain. By doing this, they instantly bring the wave of possibility back to the same old world. They look at the old self, which brings the old self back to life. They keep going back to the past and calling it the future because they are stuck in a time loop. But your comeback will depend on how well you can stop this automatic process. To see the future with your eyes, you first need to learn how to look at it. This is what thinkers do. Not only do they not wait for evidence, but they make it by being consistent in what they observe. There is no such thing as daydreaming when you meditate or take a moment to picture your new life. In the multiverse, you are seeing a quantum reality that already exists. The frequency of the you who is already well, wealthy, and in love has been found. And this is important. As you look at that version of yourself and feel the emotions of that version, you start to bring that timeline into the present. You break down time. Minds that think in a straight line see time as going from the past to the present to the future. But the quantum mind knows that time is not separate. Everything takes place in the eternal now. The past you who was hurt and the future you who won are both here and now, but they are vibrating at different speeds. In this case, now just means the frequency you are tuned to. You don't need to get to your comeback. You must tune into it. You need to blend in with it. That's why how you feel is the key. An idea is like an electric signal that goes out into the universe. A feeling, on the other hand, is like a magnet that pulls the event back to you. The electromagnetic signature of someone who thinks, "I want to be rich," but feels anxious and lacking is chaotic. You're sending more than one message. Everything around you hears lack, so it gives you more lack. When your thoughts and feelings are in sync, you are aligned. When your heart and brain are working together, you send out a signal that is like a laser and clears the field. This practice of observing needs a mind that is always alert during the day. You need to catch yourself. When things are getting worse and worse, you should stop. Know that you are looking at a timeline that you don't want to go through. You are making a disaster worse. Take away your attention right away. It's like taking your hand off a stove that's very hot. Turn your attention around, what is the best case scenario here? And give that some thought. This is not spiritual bypassing. It is training your attention. It means taking care of your own consciousness. You are in charge of making the movie, not the screen. You get to pick which scene stays in the movie. The old self loves to watch the tragedy reels over and over again. The ones with betrayal, failure, and shame. It keeps running them over and over. That means you have to be the strict editor who cuts out those scenes and adds in the picture of your victory. You'll experience a magical event as you do this. The memory of the future. We often think that memories can only go backwards. But because the brain can't tell the difference between a vividly imagined experience and a real one, if you think about the future enough, it starts to build new neural pathways as if it had already happened. Before the comeback happens, you set up the neurological hardware of it. Chemicals in your body start to get ready for the new life. From now on, you remember the future instead of living in the past. You walk in a different way. You breathe in a different way. Are you ready to make this official? You don't have to wait until tomorrow to change. Right now, you can collapse the timeline. Figure out what kind of person you are going to walk as from now on. In the comments, write, "I am walking in my new timeline." Change the way you stand when you type those words. Feel the surety in your bones. You are living in the future now, not waiting for it. I am walking in my new timeline. You are sure as if you had already done it, because in the quantum world, you indeed have. And this surety is the strongest magnetic force there is. Opportunities are drawn to you when you feel like you have everything you need. When you walk into a room, you are drawing people to you instead of chasing them. You've switched from the Newtonian model of cause and effect to the quantum model of causing an effect. You are now beginning to master this. It's a change from trying to survive in the world to remembering that they made it. Being tired, being alone, and going through detox are all just parts of letting go of the heavy things that were holding you down. You're getting lighter. You're changing from a particle to a wave. You're changing from somebody to infinite nobody. And when you're nothing, you can have everything. Now we get to the most complicated and misunderstood part of the whole process of transformation. This is the stage where the goal-setting energy of men meets the surrendering energy of women. In Newtonian physics, things move when matter tries to move them. We are taught that if we want something, we have to go get it. We need to push, force, govern, and work hard. It's our job to make it happen. But in the world of quantum mechanics, this method often leads to the opposite outcome. People can tell when you are trying too hard by sending the message, "I don't have it." There is a frequency of lack, separation, and distance around you. The quantum field picks up on your frantic energy and sends you more problems that you have to work hard to solve. This is the reason why you can work out so hard and still feel like you're running on a treadmill that's not moving. This field is making you fight it instead of dancing with it. For the comeback to work, we need to stop forcing and start allowing. To be in this state of high-frequency trust is not the same as being passive. Instead of using a net to catch a butterfly, which makes it fly away, you could turn into a garden and let the butterfly land there on its own. In this case, surrender is a state of the body. It is the change from high beta brainwaves, which are the jumbled, disorganized frequency of stress and overthinking, to alpha and theta brainwaves. These are the brain's slower, more stable rhythms. They are where the intuitive mind can enter. You are like a particle when you are stressed. You are dense, separate, and limited by time and space. Time is beating you down, and you're just a body. You become a wave when you let go of the details of how your comeback will happen and focus on the here and now that you grow. You turn into energy. You are connected to the unified field where all possibilities are present at the same time as energy. Isn't it strange that if you want something, you have to stop desperately needing it? You need to be emotionally whole enough that you don't care if the external manifestation comes or not. You should feel so good, aligned, and at peace in the present moment. And just when you don't need it anymore to be happy, it comes running to you. Why? For the simple reason that you are no longer fighting it. You are no longer trying to push it away by wanting. These words describe how you feel. Having. Now we get to the most powerful magnetic signal. Gratitude. Most people think that being thankful is an action, something you do after getting something nice. The model is being turned over, though gratitude is not an effect, it is a cause. You are hacking the quantum code when you say thank you before the healing, wealth, or love show up. You are telling your body and the field that the event has already taken place. Being grateful is a vibrational sign of receiving. Thankfulness that you choose to show is like telling the universe, it's done. Because the universe shows what kind of person you are. It has to change the way things are to match your doneness. In this way, you can collapse the timeline. You don't need physical proof to be thankful. You need to be thankful in order to make physical proof. This is how to do a quantum comeback. It's going about your day with a secret smile on your face because you know that your order has been placed. The kitchen is making it, and the waiter is on his way. You don't break into the chef's kitchen to see how they're doing. You take it easy, enjoy the atmosphere, drink your water, and believe in the service. You move back from knowing to not knowing as soon as you start to worry about where is it. You took back the order. Now it's up to you to stay in the seat of trust. You will start to understand that this journey was never just about you as you get used to your new way of being. Let's look at this through the lens of quantum entanglement. We've already talked about the effects on generations. The study of physics teaches us that once two particles interact, they stay linked forever. If you change one, the other changes right away. You have a lot of ties to the people in your life, like your family, kids, and neighbors. When you raise your voltage or change from the chaotic frequency of survival to the coherent frequency of creation, you pull your whole network up with you. You are the leader of your family tree. You agreed to be the first one to wake up. This comes with a lot of responsibility, but it's also a great honor. You are getting rid of the fear that has been running through your family for hundreds of years. That you are showing that the human nervous system can work with love instead of fear is what drives it. It wasn't trauma that inspired them. It will be easy for people to find you. Also, think about what a lighthouse does. It doesn't go around the island looking for boats to save. It doesn't scream into the wind. It shines just because it stands on its rock, which is firmly rooted in the ground. It always turns its light around, the boats find it. You now have this job to do. You don't have to tell anyone else the truth. You don't have to try to change your friends' or family's minds about quantum physics. All you have to do is show that the change has happened. People will want to know your secret when they see how calm you are in the middle of chaos. They will naturally shift their nervous systems to match yours when they feel safe being around you. You make the world better by making your own field better. This is the best way to be an activist. It's an act of vibrational activism. That one person living in true, heart-centered coherence can balance out the fearful energy of 1,000 other people. You keep things stable. As the tuning fork, you bring the orchestra back into tune. In order to keep your energy safe, you need to be as fierce as a mother lion guarding her cubs. Your electricity costs more now, for it is money that you are using to buy a new reality. Don't waste it on small fights. Do not waste it by doom scrolling through everyone else's nightmares. Do not waste it by going over wrongs that happened in the past. You lose power every time you interact with low vibration things or people. Your frequency is going down to match the problem, and you can't fix a problem from the same level of consciousness that made it. You need to stay high. Being useful for other people is more important than being better than other people. It's impossible to help someone if you are in the same hole as them. You need to get out, stand on solid ground, and put your hand down. That's what it means to come back. Getting out of the hole of history and standing on the mountain of fate is what it means. At this point, we understand that the comeback is really a homecoming. There is no change in who you are. You are going back to who you were before everyone told you what you had to be. As you peel back the layers of conditioning, trauma, and I'm not enough, the diamond that was always there will show itself. The diamond only needed to be polished. It didn't need to be made. The pressure you've been under, the huge, crushing weight of your recent problems, was what made you shine. It had to be done. Without the force, there would be no diamond. There is no shine without friction. Today, you can remember the darkest times in your life and say, thank you. You broke my heart, and I'm so glad it did. Thanks for the loss. It left me empty enough to be filled. Thank you for betraying me. It taught me to trust my own instincts. Everything was fuel, everything was important. You are on the verge of a new life. But what's more important is that you have a new body and mind. The outside changes, like money, relationships, and health, will always be there, following your energy like a shadow follows a body. Don't check to see if the shadow is moving, though. Pay attention to the light. Keep your eyes on the picture of the person you want to become. You are a divine creator, a consciousness that sees itself, and a powerful reality sender. The story of the victim is over. You wrote that story when you were younger and didn't know any better. Throw that script away. The job is done. The pen is now in your hand. You are the director, the actor, and the people who are watching. What kind of story are you going to write next? Tell an amazing story. In your story, make it about an impossible situation that is won by an unknown power. It should be a story that shows love is the strongest force in the world. Not being able to settle down at the start of this video? Check on it now. Most likely it has moved. Now there is a buzzing excitement instead of nervous anxiety. It's like the engine of your soul is starting up. You're all set. You have the things you need. You know about physics. You know that you are part of the quantum field and not something separate from it. You are the field expressing itself as a person. You are the universe becoming aware of what it can do. The comeback is already here. You can feel it in your veins. It's in the air you breathe. Behind your eyes, you can feel it. You've made it. Right now, we're going to lock this activation. This is more than just a video you watched. It's an energetic deal you're making with your future self. We're going to break up the wave of the past and hold down the wave of the future. Feel the possibility of the new by taking a deep breath in and letting out the debris of the old. Give it up. Feel your shoulders go down. Open up your heart. We are now going to make a name for ourselves in the digital world. This section for comments is more than just a place to talk. It's a scroll of declaration. Writing down your intention is like taking a thought and writing it down on paper. You are doing the first step toward making things happen. The energy is being grounded by you. I want you to say this: I am the signal. Now is my time to shine. Feel it, don't just type it. Those words should be the last thing that kills your old self. I am the signal. My comeback is now. If you're ready to live at this frequency, not just visit it once in a while, but make it your permanent home, then come live with us. You can follow this channel, but don't really think of it as a subscription. It's kind of like tuning your radio. You've chosen to listen to the station of courage, science, spirit, and the truth. Through the law of resonance, when you join this community, you surround yourself with other coherent signals, which makes your own power stronger. We need your light to help us build a grid of lights around the world. You've already done it. You made it through the darkness. It's now time to enjoy the dawn. Hit the like button if you experienced this change in your body today. Do it not because of the algorithm, but because it will physically confirm that you are in tune with it. It is a digital message that says, "This energy is mine." Finally, show this video to the one person who is ready to wake up. You strengthen this frequency within yourself as you send it to them. Act as a spark. Serve as a link. Show proof by going out there. There are things in the universe that are cheering you on. Thanks for coming home.